How to handle the most common sales challenges of a data services company operating in Rwanda specializing in reporting and dashboard creation. Introduction. In today's data-driven economy, businesses and institutions across the world are waking up to the power of data for decision-making, performance monitoring, and strategic planning. Rwanda is no exception. As the country embraces digital transformation under ambitious national initiatives like Vision 2050 and the Smart Rwanda Master Plan, data services, particularly those involving reporting and dashboard creation, are becoming increasingly essential across sectors. Yet, for data services companies operating in Rwanda, especially those offering reporting and dashboard solutions, the path to success is far from straightforward. While the potential demand is significant, sales teams often find themselves facing a unique set of challenges: low data literacy among clients, skepticism about value, long and bureaucratic sales cycles, budget sensitivity, and resistance to adoption even after deals are closed. This book is written for sales professionals, entrepreneurs, consultants, and anyone involved in selling data services in Rwanda or similar emerging markets. Whether you're a founder trying to scale your data company, or a salesperson navigating tough conversations with clients who don't see the need for dashboards, this book is for you. We go beyond theory. This book is built on real-world examples and local case studies, drawn from companies just like yours, operating in Rwanda's private and public sectors. We focus on practical, tactical solutions you can apply immediately. You'll find tested approaches for dealing with price-sensitive customers, methods for educating non-technical stakeholders, and smart ways to stand out in a growing competitive landscape. We also explore how local context shapes sales strategies. What works in Silicon Valley might fall flat in Kigali. Cultural understanding, language localization, and regional partnerships often play a bigger role in closing deals than any fancy product feature. By the end of this book, you'll be equipped with actionable strategies to overcome common sales objections, shorten your sales cycle, prove the business value of dashboards effectively, build lasting client relationships and drive adoption. Selling data services in Rwanda isn't easy, but with the right tools, mindset, and examples to guide you, it's more than possible. It's a tremendous opportunity. Let's dive in. Chapter 1: Understanding the Rwandan Market for Data Services. As Rwanda continues to position itself as a technology and innovation hub in Africa, the demand for data-driven solutions is rising steadily. The government, businesses, and non-profit organizations are embracing digital transformation to improve efficiency, transparency, and decision-making. At the heart of this transformation is data, and more specifically, how that data is collected, analyzed, visualized, and used to drive meaningful action. Data services companies that specialize in reporting and dashboard creation play a crucial role in this ecosystem. However, before exploring how to overcome common sales challenges in this space, it is important to understand the Rwandan market and its unique characteristics. Rwanda's digital vision. Rwanda's Vision 2050 and the Smart Rwanda Master Plan are strategic blueprints that lay the foundation for a knowledge-based economy. These initiatives prioritize ICT as a key driver of development. The country has invested significantly in internet infrastructure, digital literacy, e-government platforms, and open data initiatives. This national vision creates an opportunity-rich environment for companies offering data services. Organizations across sectors are being encouraged and in some cases required to track performance indicators, report on outcomes, and make data-backed decisions. This opens the door for solutions such as automated reporting systems, interactive dashboards, and performance monitoring tools. Key sectors driving demand for data services. While almost every sector benefits from better reporting and dashboarding, certain industries in Rwanda show particularly strong demand. 1. Government and public sector. Government ministries, agencies, and local authorities increasingly rely on dashboards to track service delivery, monitor projects, and ensure transparency. From healthcare to agriculture, public institutions are under pressure to show measurable results. For example, the Rwanda Education Board uses data dashboards to monitor school performance, attendance rates, and teacher deployment across the country. These tools help policymakers allocate resources more effectively. 2. Financial services. Banks, microfinance institutions, and insurance companies require dashboards to monitor key financial metrics, risk exposure, customer growth, and loan performance. Compliance with regulatory bodies such as the National Bank of Rwanda also demands timely and accurate reporting. 3. Healthcare. Hospitals and health centers use dashboards to track patient volumes, inventory levels, and public health indicators such as maternal health or vaccination rates. In partnership with international NGOs, healthcare facilities often need to produce detailed impact reports for donors. For telecommunications and technology. Telecom companies generate massive volumes of customer and network data. Dashboards are used for monitoring service uptime, customer satisfaction, call center performance, and marketing campaign effectiveness. 5. NGOs and development partners. Non-profit organizations and international donors are among the biggest users of data dashboards. They need to demonstrate impact, report to stakeholders, and evaluate program performance. Dashboards allow them to visualize key metrics like beneficiary reach, fund utilization, and field activity coverage. Example, tracking agricultural productivity. Consider the case of a Rwandan agribusiness cooperative that manages thousands of smallholder farmers. Before implementing a dashboard solution, the COOP relied on Excel sheets submitted from field officers by email. Reporting was inconsistent, and decisions were delayed due to lack of visibility. After partnering with a local data services company, the cooperative deployed a dashboard that showed real-time metrics, average yield per farm, weather patterns by region, fertilizer distribution, and market prices. Within 6 months, they reduced supply chain delays by 40% and increased farmer payouts by optimizing distribution routes. This example demonstrates how a tailored reporting solution can unlock significant value even in sectors that are not traditionally seen as data-driven. The untapped opportunity. Despite this growing demand, the Rwandan data services market remains relatively young. Many businesses still lack the tools or knowledge to make the most of their data. Others are aware of the need but unsure how to start. This presents both a challenge and an opportunity. Sales professionals and founders in the data services sector must be prepared to educate, guide, and support potential clients through the journey of data transformation. This includes helping clients understand what dashboards can do, what data they need, and how these solutions fit within their budget and goals. Conclusion. Understanding the Rwandan market is the first step to successfully selling reporting and dashboard services. The country's digital agenda, combined with growing demand across sectors, creates fertile ground for data services companies. However, each sector has unique needs and decision-making processes. Sales success will depend not only on the quality of your product, but on how well you align your offering with the market's specific realities. In the next chapter, we will explore one of the most common sales challenges: clients who do not fully understand the value of data, and how to overcome this barrier with effective education and communication. Chapter 2, Sales Challenge Number 1, Lack of Awareness of Data Value. One of the most common challenges faced by data services companies in Rwanda is that many potential clients do not yet understand the true value of data. They may collect data but fail to use it effectively. Others might see reporting and dashboards as nice-to-have tools, rather than critical components of business performance and decision-making. In a market where digital transformation is still emerging, it is not unusual to encounter business owners and managers who ask, "Why do I need a dashboard?" or "Can't I just use Excel?" This chapter will explore how to overcome that mindset through education, storytelling, and tailored demonstrations that highlight the real-world value of data solutions. Why the awareness gap exists. There are several reasons why clients may underestimate the value of data and dashboards. Limited exposure to modern data tools. Many local companies are still new to digital systems. Their processes are manual or spreadsheet-based, and they have not seen real-time dashboards in action. Focus on day-to-day operations. Business owners may be more concerned with daily survival than strategic insights. Reporting may be seen as a luxury or administrative burden. Lack of success stories in their industry. If clients haven't seen peers benefit from dashboards, they may not believe it's worth the investment. Technical language barrier. The way data professionals talk about dashboards and KPIs often sounds complex or abstract to the average business user. Strategy. Educate through storytelling and demonstrations. The most effective way to shift this mindset is not by using more technical terms but by telling better stories. Sales professionals must paint a picture of what life could look like with better data visibility. This means showing how dashboards can save time, increase profits, reduce waste, or improve transparency in ways that matter to the client. Use stories that resonate. Tell simple, relatable stories that connect to the client's specific industry or problem. Example: instead of saying, "Our dashboard helps visualize your KPIs," say, "Last month, a wholesale distributor in Kigali started using a stock tracking dashboard. Before, they were running out of products without realizing it. Now, the dashboard alerts them when any item drops below reorder levels. They've reduced stockouts by 60% and their sales have gone up." Tailor the message to the role. The value of a dashboard will sound different depending on who you're talking to. A CEO wants to see overall performance. A sales manager wants to track targets. A warehouse supervisor wants to reduce delays. Customize your pitch accordingly. Example: for a school head teacher, your dashboard can show enrollment trends, teacher attendance, and student test performance, all in one place. That makes it easier to plan for the next school term. Tools: ROI calculators, free trials, and visual demos. 1. ROI, return on investment, calculators. Create simple calculators that estimate time or money saved by using dashboards. This helps quantify the benefit in local terms. Example: if your admin team spends 20 hours a month compiling Excel reports, that's 240 hours per year. With automation, you could cut that by 80%, freeing up time for more valuable work. 2. Free trials or pilots. Offer limited-time demos or small pilot projects. Seeing real data come alive in a dashboard is much more convincing than a presentation slide. Case study: pilot with local clinic. A data services firm offered a free 1-month trial to a health clinic in Musanze district. The clinic used the trial dashboard to monitor patient wait times and medication inventory. After 30 days, clinic managers requested an expanded version and signed a 1-year contract. The trial helped them experience the value firsthand, without risk. 3. Visual demonstrations. Instead of explaining features, show them. Use simple, clean visuals that display before and after comparisons. Avoid clutter and jargon. Tip: build sample dashboards using dummy data from similar industries like retail, healthcare, or education and walk clients through how those dashboards solve everyday problems. Case study: Kigali retail chain boosts sales with sales performance dashboard. A mid-sized clothing retailer with 4 branches in Kigali was struggling with inconsistent daily reports. Store managers would send WhatsApp summaries of sales, but there was no centralized system. The company couldn't track which branches were underperforming or which items were selling the most. A local data services firm offered to build a sales dashboard that pulled data from each location into a simple web-based view. The dashboard showed total daily sales, top-selling products, branch comparisons, and stock levels. Within 3 months, management was able to spot a 15% drop in sales at one branch and quickly identify the cause. Promotions were launched based on real-time data, not guesses. Overall sales increased by 20% due to better visibility and quicker decisions. The client later said, "We thought we were doing fine, but the dashboard helped us realize how much money we were leaving on the table." Overcoming skepticism. Some clients may still hesitate, thinking it's too advanced for us or only for big companies. Reassure them that dashboards can start simple and grow with their needs. Start with one report. Use the data they already have. Make it as visual and user-friendly as possible. Once clients experience the convenience and power of good reporting, they often become long-term partners. Conclusion: lack of awareness is not a sign of resistance, it's an opportunity to educate and inspire. When clients understand the value of dashboards through simple stories, real examples, and clear demonstrations, they are much more likely to engage. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to address another major challenge, limited budgets and high price sensitivity, and how to build flexible pricing models that still allow you to win and retain clients profitably. Chapter 3, Sales Challenge Number 2, Limited Budgets and Price Sensitivity. One of the most common challenges faced by data services companies in Rwanda is dealing with potential clients who have limited budgets or are highly price sensitive. This is especially true for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, local NGOs, and public sector organizations that operate under strict financial constraints. While the value of data-driven decision-making is clear, many organizations are hesitant to invest in reporting and dashboard solutions because they perceive them as expensive or non-essential. To succeed in this environment, companies must adopt creative pricing strategies, design flexible offerings, and know how to communicate value effectively. Understanding the root of the challenge. In Rwanda, many businesses operate with tight cash flow and focus heavily on immediate needs like inventory, staff salaries, and logistics. Investing in technology, especially in areas like dashboards or data reporting, is often seen as a luxury, not a necessity. Additionally, donors and government agencies often fund technology projects on a fixed grant basis. This means implementers must carefully justify every cost, and any tech service seen as too costly may be quickly removed from consideration. This does not mean that clients do not see the value. In many cases, they simply need a lower barrier to entry or a solution that aligns better with their financial capabilities. Strategy 1. Offer tiered pricing models. Tiered pricing is one of the most effective ways to make your services accessible. Instead of presenting a single high-end solution, break your service into packages, for example, basic, standard, and premium. Each tier should reflect different levels of functionality or support. For instance, basic, static reports, limited KPIs, quarterly updates. Standard, interactive dashboards, monthly reporting, basic support. Premium, real-time dashboards, full customization, advanced analytics, and training. This approach allows clients to start small and scale up as they see results and can justify a larger investment. Example, local retailer dashboard packages. A Kigali-based data company offered 3 dashboard packages to a group of retail chains. Most of them opted for the basic package, which provided sales summaries and top-performing product reports. After 3 months of seeing real impact, including inventory savings and better restocking decisions, 2 of the businesses upgraded to the standard tier to gain deeper insights and visualizations. Strategy 2. Modular solutions. Instead of selling large, complex solutions all at once, offer services in modular form. Let clients choose specific components such as a sales dashboard, HR analytics, or inventory reporting, depending on their most urgent need. This modular approach reduces the upfront cost and builds trust gradually. It also helps avoid overwhelming clients with a full-scale system they're not yet ready for. Case study: NGO starts small and scales up. An international NGO based in Musanze wanted to improve donor reporting but could only allocate a small budget at first. A local data services provider offered them a single reporting module and impact dashboard tracking beneficiaries reached per program. After 6 months, donor feedback on the dashboard was overwhelmingly positive. The NGO then allocated more funds to expand the system to include financial reporting and geographic data visualization. Within a year, the data company had secured a full-service contract without having to compete in another bidding process. Strategy 3. Leverage free trials and entry offers. To reduce price hesitation, offering a free trial or a pilot dashboard can be a strong entry tactic. Many clients are willing to try a limited version of your solution if there's little to no risk involved. A small proof of concept can often demonstrate your value better than any sales pitch. If a free trial is not possible, offering a discounted starter project or first month free can achieve similar results. Just ensure the trial includes a clear call to action to continue or upgrade. Strategy 4. Position dashboards as cost-saving tools. One of the most effective ways to overcome budget concerns is to show how your dashboard can actually save or earn money. Instead of focusing on the features, focus on outcomes. Frame your value proposition in terms of time saved on reporting, revenue growth through better decision-making, reduction in errors or inefficiencies, improved compliance or donor satisfaction. For example, you could say, this dashboard will reduce the time your team spends compiling monthly reports by 60%, which is like adding an extra staff member for free. Example, hospital inventory dashboard. A small private hospital in Hai was reluctant to invest in a dashboard system due to budget constraints. The sales team focused on how the dashboard could help them avoid medicine stockouts and reduce waste due to expired drugs. After a 2-month pilot, the hospital reported savings of over 2 million Rwandan francs due to improved stock management, a figure that far outweighed the cost of the dashboard itself. Strategy 5. Creative payment structures. If clients are interested but cannot afford the full cost upfront, consider flexible payment terms such as monthly installments, subscription-based pricing, pay-as-you-scale models, bundling training and support into one package. This makes your solution easier to adopt and helps clients align your service with their budget cycles. Strategy 6. Target funded projects. Many Rwandan organizations, especially NGOs and public sector programs, operate through projects funded by external donors. These projects often include a budget for monitoring, evaluation, and reporting, MER or M&E. Sales teams should learn how to identify such opportunities early in the project cycle. Engage with program officers, understand donor reporting requirements, and propose dashboard solutions as a way to meet them efficiently. Example, partnering with an M&E consultant. A data services company partnered with an M&E consultant working on a youth entrepreneurship program. By embedding dashboard services into the initial proposal submitted to the donor, the data company secured a contract without needing to compete in a public tender. Conclusion. Budget limitations are a real concern, but they don't have to stop the sale. By offering flexible, scalable, and value-driven solutions, data services companies can make their offerings accessible to even the most cost-sensitive clients in Rwanda. The key is to understand the client's constraints, speak their financial language, and show them how your service pays for itself. In the next chapter, we'll look at another common barrier: how to navigate long sales cycles and bureaucratic hurdles, especially when working with government institutions and large organizations. Chapter 4, Sales Challenge Number 3, Long Sales Cycles and Bureaucracy. One of the most common and frustrating challenges faced by data services companies in Rwanda is the length of the sales cycle, especially when dealing with government institutions, large enterprises, and development organizations. Even when the value of a dashboard or reporting solution is clear, closing the deal can take months, and sometimes more than a year. Bureaucracy, risk aversion, and procurement red tape all contribute to delays. To succeed in this environment, sales professionals must be patient, strategic, and proactive. Understanding the factors that contribute to long sales cycles and learning how to navigate them can mean the difference between a stalled opportunity and a long-term client. The nature of long sales cycles. A long sales cycle usually means a lot of waiting, many meetings, and multiple rounds of decision-making. In Rwanda, as in many countries, the reasons are often structural. Multiple decision-makers, in government or large institutions, you rarely deal with one person who can say yes. You need approval from the IT department, the finance department, the head of the unit, and sometimes even a board. Strict procurement policies. Many public institutions are required to issue tenders or go through formal quotation processes. Even if your solution is perfect, it cannot be procured without following this protocol. Budget cycles. Some organizations only make purchasing decisions during specific times of the year. If you come in too late, you might have to wait for the next fiscal cycle. Risk aversion. Many managers are reluctant to take on new tools, especially if it means disrupting existing processes or introducing a technology they are not familiar with. Strategy. Relationship building over time. The key to succeeding in a long sales cycle is to build strong relationships early and consistently. This means going beyond cold pitches and becoming a trusted advisor. Here are several ways to do this effectively. 1. Engage before they're ready to buy. Don't wait for a tender or a request for proposals. Start the conversation early. Offer insights, case studies, or free consultations that demonstrate your expertise. Show them what's possible with data. Example: a dashboard company meets with the Director of Monitoring and Evaluation at a government agency, offering a walkthrough of how real-time reporting could improve their program visibility. No sale happens immediately, but 6 months later, when the agency is budgeting for new tools, they remember that conversation and invite the company to present a proposal. 2. Map the stakeholders. One of the biggest mistakes sales teams make is focusing only on one contact. In complex organizations, multiple people influence or approve the buying decision. Use a tool like a stakeholder map to identify who initiates the conversation, who uses the dashboard, who controls the budget, who signs the contract, who could block the deal. Build relationships with each group. Tailor your messaging to their role and interests. 3. Understand procurement procedures. Familiarize yourself with the procurement processes of different organizations. If your target market includes public institutions, understand how public tenders work in Rwanda. Learn how to register as a vendor and how to respond to requests for quotations, RFQs, or expressions of interest, EOIs. Knowing this process and being prepared positions you as a serious and reliable vendor. Strategy: partnering for faster access. In some cases, the best way to shorten the sales cycle is to work with a local partner who already has trust and access in the organization you are targeting. This could be an IT consultancy that works with government clients, a non-profit already funded by a donor agency, a local systems integrator or software provider. By collaborating with these partners, you can bundle your dashboard service into a broader offering or simply ride on their existing credibility and vendor status. Case study: local data firm and the ICT chamber. A small data services company in Kigali had developed a powerful dashboard product for education monitoring. They struggled to get meetings with the Ministry of Education due to layers of protocol and limited contacts. They approached the Rwanda ICT chamber, which had ongoing relationships with several ministries. Through a joint innovation pitch event, the firm presented their tool directly to key government decision-makers. With the chamber's endorsement, they were invited to submit a pilot proposal and, within 3 months, secured a pilot contract, something they had failed to do for over a year on their own. Strategy: stay top of mind during delays. Even after a positive first meeting, months may pass without visible progress. The worst thing you can do is disappear. Keep providing value, staying visible, and showing consistency. Here's how. Send relevant case studies or updates every few weeks. Share examples of similar clients who achieved success. Offer to conduct a free workshop or webinar for their team. Keep checking in without being pushy. Practical tip: use a sales pipeline tracker. When sales cycles are long, it's easy to lose track of where each deal stands. Use a customer relationship management (CRM) tool or even a simple spreadsheet to track lead name and organization, key contacts and their roles, stage of the sales cycle, interest, demo, proposal, etc. Last follow-up date and next action. This keeps your pipeline organized and ensures no opportunity goes cold due to neglect. Conclusion: long sales cycles and bureaucracy are part of the reality of doing business in Rwanda, especially with institutions and large organizations. But they are not insurmountable. By building trust over time, engaging the right stakeholders, partnering strategically, and maintaining disciplined follow-up, you can gradually convert interest into long-term contracts. Chapter 5, Sales Challenge Number 4, Difficulty in Explaining Technical Concepts. One of the most persistent sales challenges faced by data services companies, especially those specializing in reporting and dashboard creation, is the difficulty of explaining technical concepts to non-technical clients. In the Rwandan market, where digital literacy varies widely across sectors and organizations, this challenge can be a major barrier to closing deals. A great solution can easily fail to sell if it's poorly communicated. Technical language, unfamiliar jargon, and complex features can overwhelm potential clients and make your product seem confusing or unnecessary. The root of the problem. Many clients are not data experts. They may not understand terms like data modeling, ETL, extract, transform, load, SQL queries, or cloud integration. Even common phrases like real-time analytics or data pipeline might sound intimidating or vague. Clients often nod in agreement during presentations, not because they understand, but because they don't want to appear uninformed. This false sense of understanding can lead to hesitation, indecision, or a simple "we'll get back to you," and then silence. The importance of clarity in sales. Selling data services is not just about promoting a product. It's about showing how your solution solves real-world problems in a way the client can understand and act upon. If clients can't grasp how your dashboard or reporting tool fits into their daily workflow, they are unlikely to invest in it. Your goal as a sales professional or technical founder is to translate technical solutions into business value in plain, relatable language. Strategy: simplify without dumbing down. Here are several effective strategies to overcome the communication barrier. 1. Use everyday analogies. Analogies help bridge the gap between technical features and practical understanding. For instance, instead of saying, "Our dashboard integrates multiple data sources in real time," you might say, "Think of it like a bank account that shows all your income, expenses, and savings in one place, updated instantly." Describe a dashboard as similar to a car dashboard. It shows you the most important indicators at a glance, so you can make the right decision quickly, just like a speedometer or fuel gauge helps you drive safely. Analogies make unfamiliar concepts feel intuitive. 2. Show, don't just tell. Visual demonstrations are powerful tools. A live demo of a real or simulated dashboard allows clients to see exactly what they would get and how they would use it. Even a short walkthrough can communicate more than a 10-slide pitch deck. It's also helpful to tailor demos to the client's industry. For example, for a hospital, show patient flow tracking and inventory dashboards. For a retail chain, show daily sales performance, stock levels, and branch comparisons. Avoid generic templates. Make it relevant and personalized. 3. Create use case scenarios. Instead of listing features, tell a story. For instance, imagine you're a manager in a growing microfinance organization. Every week, you get Excel sheets from 10 different branches. Some are missing, some are outdated. It takes you 2 days just to clean the data before you can report on loan disbursements. With our dashboard, all that data flows into one place automatically, and you can get the full picture in real time. Scenarios like this help potential clients picture themselves using your solution and benefiting from it. 4. Avoid technical jargon. Eliminate unnecessary technical terms from your sales language unless your client specifically asks for them or is technically inclined. Use plain language to describe processes and outcomes. For example, say automatic updates instead of real-time API data ingestion. Say you'll see the latest figures instantly instead of live streaming data visualization. Your goal is not to sound smart. Your goal is to be understood. Tools that can help. To simplify complex concepts, consider creating infographics explaining how data flows from source to dashboard. Before and after visuals showing current versus improved processes. Short animated videos explaining your solution in 2 to 3 minutes. Interactive mock-ups that simulate what a client's dashboard might look like. You can also develop a simple one-page glossary of common dashboard terms in both English and Kinyarwanda, especially when working with local government offices or SMEs. Example, simplifying for an agriculture coop. A data services firm in Kigali was pitching a dashboard solution to a coffee cooperative. The original presentation focused heavily on back-end integration and data pipelines. The client was confused and uninterested. After reworking their approach, the sales team changed the conversation to focus on the cooperative's needs, tracking crop yields, delivery times, and farmer payments. They showed a prototype with graphs labeled in Kinyarwanda and used examples from the previous season. The result? The client signed a pilot project within 2 weeks. Case study: telecom client grasped KPIs through a simulation demo. A leading telecom operator in Rwanda was hesitant about investing in a performance monitoring dashboard. The technical presentation didn't land well. The team then built a simulation based on the client sales process. They used mock data to show how the dashboard would visualize top-selling regions, staff performance, and customer churn. The simulation was presented on a tablet during a site visit. Within a month, the telecom company rolled out dashboards across 3 departments. Conclusion: explaining technical concepts doesn't mean oversimplifying your work. It means communicating with empathy and clarity. When clients understand what you're offering and how it improves their day-to-day operations, they're far more likely to say yes. Remember, it's not about what your dashboard does. It's about what it helps the client do better, faster, and smarter. In the next chapter, we will address another key obstacle: competition, and how to stand out in a growing but increasingly crowded market. Chapter 6, Sales Challenge Number 5, Competition and Commoditization. As Rwanda's data services sector grows, competition among dashboard and reporting providers is becoming more intense. While this indicates a maturing market, it also introduces a critical sales challenge: commoditization. This happens when potential clients begin to see dashboard services as interchangeable, leading them to choose vendors based on the lowest price rather than quality, support, or long-term value. This chapter will explore why commoditization happens, what risks it presents to your business, and how to position your offerings to stand out from the crowd. Through local examples and a real-world case study, we'll break down how to sell on value, not just price. Why commoditization happens. Clients sometimes assume that all dashboard and reporting solutions are the same. This happens for a few key reasons. 1. Lack of technical knowledge. When clients don't fully understand the difference between automated, interactive dashboards and basic Excel charts, they may treat both as equal solutions. 2. High number of small players. Many freelancers or one-person firms offer low-cost reporting tools. While these may work in the short term, they often lack scalability or long-term support. 3. Limited exposure to quality data services. Some organizations have never worked with a professional data services provider and cannot yet recognize the value of a premium service. When commoditization sets in, clients begin comparing only surface features, such as a number of reports or monthly updates, and base their decisions almost entirely on price. As a result, data services companies may feel forced to lower prices, limit their offerings, or compete in ways that are not sustainable. This is a dangerous trap. Strategies to stand out from the competition. To overcome this challenge, your company must find ways to differentiate itself in the eyes of potential clients. Below are proven strategies that can help. 1. Emphasize value, not price. Instead of focusing on what your dashboard does, focus on what it enables the client to achieve. Help clients understand how your solution leads to faster decisions, cost savings, or better customer service. Show them how your dashboards can prevent mistakes, increase transparency, or satisfy donors and regulators. Make your pitch about outcomes, not just features. 2. Offer customization and industry expertise. Generic dashboards are easy to find. But customized dashboards that align with a client's business processes and KPIs are much more valuable. Tailor your offerings to industry-specific needs. For example, a dashboard for a hospital should not look like one for a bank. Demonstrate familiarity with the client sector. Use examples, language, and metrics that are familiar to them. Clients will pay more for a solution that speaks directly to their pain points. 3. Provide exceptional support and onboarding. Many clients have had bad experiences with freelancers or software that lack training or support. Use this to your advantage. Emphasize your local presence and commitment to hands-on onboarding, user training, and post-sale support. Offer service-level agreements, SLAs, and regular update cycles to show reliability. Being available, reachable, and responsive builds trust and justifies a higher price point. 4. Build a reputation with case studies and testimonials. Social proof matters. When new clients see how you've helped others like them, they are more likely to trust your offering. Collect written testimonials, short video clips, or data success stories. Share before and after dashboards, with permission. If possible, create sample dashboards that demonstrate impact in specific industries. A client is more likely to pay a premium when they see proof that you've delivered results before. 5. Localize your offer. Foreign competitors might offer slick-looking dashboards, but they often lack local understanding. You can use this to your advantage. Offer dashboard interfaces in Kinyarwanda or French where needed. Include local data sources, such as Irembo data, Rura stats, or NISR indicators. Highlight your understanding of local challenges, cultural context, and reporting requirements. Being on the ground and in the know sets you apart from template-driven global providers. Example, customizing dashboards in Kinyarwanda. A district-level public health office needed a way to track maternal health outcomes. An international vendor had previously offered a dashboard solution, but it was built in English, used unfamiliar icons, and didn't match their national reporting forms. A local data services provider stepped in and created a dashboard in Kinyarwanda, based on Rwanda's National Health Indicator framework. They also trained nurses and administrators to use the system. Even though the local provider charged more than the foreign competitor, the client chose them for their contextual understanding, language support, and human touch. This is how you compete beyond price. Case study, beating the price-only competitor. A Kigali-based data services company was bidding for a contract with a mid-sized insurance company. The competitor was a South African firm offering a sleek dashboard package at a 30% lower cost. Instead of trying to undercut the price, the Rwandan firm presented a strategy that focused on direct integration with local financial data systems, on-site training for 5 departments, monthly executive review meetings to ensure dashboard adoption, customized KPIs based on the company's internal reporting goals. They also shared a testimonial from another Rwandan client in the same sector. The insurance company chose the Rwandan firm, not because they were cheaper, but because they offered long-term value, relevance, and support. Today, that client continues to renew and expand their dashboard services every year. Conclusion. In a market where data services are becoming more visible and competitive, resisting the pressure to compete solely on price is essential for long-term success. By emphasizing value over volume, offering custom solutions, and building trust through quality and support, you can rise above the noise of commoditization. In fact, many clients are willing to pay more if they believe the solution will truly help them solve a problem, save time, or demonstrate impact. In the next chapter, we'll explore another key sales challenge: how to build trust and credibility, especially when your business is still small or relatively new in the market. Chapter 7, Sales Challenge Number 6, Building Trust and Credibility. For any data services company, especially one operating in a developing digital ecosystem like Rwanda, gaining a potential client's trust is one of the most critical and challenging aspects of the sales process. This is particularly true when your service involves technical expertise and sensitive business data, as is the case with reporting and dashboard solutions. In this chapter, we explore why trust and credibility are essential in the Rwandan market, the common reasons businesses may hesitate to work with data firms, and practical strategies you can use to build trust and close more deals. Why trust matters in data services. Selling data services is not the same as selling a product you can hold in your hand. Clients are expected to give you access to their internal systems, business metrics, and sometimes even confidential financial information. If they do not trust your company or your team, they will not move forward, no matter how good your proposal or pricing might be. This challenge is amplified when the data company is small, new, or unknown to the client. In a market where word of mouth and personal relationships often drive business decisions, credibility becomes more than a marketing tactic, it becomes your currency. Common trust barriers in Rwanda. Clients in Rwanda may hesitate to work with a data services company for several reasons. The company is new or has limited references. Concerns about data security and privacy. Fear of paying for a service that won't deliver results. Previous bad experiences with consultants or tech providers. Lack of understanding of what the service actually entails. Understanding these fears allows you to proactively address them in your sales process. Strategy: let results speak for you. The most powerful way to build credibility is to demonstrate real-world results. Clients need proof that your services work and that your team is capable of delivering what you promise. This can be done through case studies. Write short summaries of past client successes, including challenges faced, the solution provided, and the outcomes achieved. Keep these simple and industry-specific. Before and after examples show the difference between a manual Excel report and a live interactive dashboard you created. Visual examples help non-technical decision-makers see the value. Data-backed results share statistics such as client reduced reporting time by 50% or monthly revenue tracking led to a 15% increase in sales. Case study: earning trust through a pilot project. A Kigali-based data services company was bidding for a contract with a commercial bank. The bank's management was skeptical because the data firm was relatively unknown and lacked a long history in the financial sector. Instead of pushing for a large engagement, the company proposed a 2-month pilot project focused on just one department, the loan operations team. They developed a simple dashboard to monitor loan processing times and client approval rates. The results were immediate. The dashboard revealed bottlenecks in the loan approval workflow, leading to a 30% reduction in turnaround time. This success built trust within the bank's leadership, and the firm was later awarded a full contract to deploy dashboards across multiple departments. This case demonstrates the power of building credibility one step at a time, rather than trying to win full-scale contracts from day one. Strategy: use social proof and testimonials. In Rwanda's tightly connected business community, social proof is powerful. If a potential client sees that another trusted company has worked with you, they are more likely to trust you too. Ask for testimonials. After delivering a successful project, ask your client for a short testimonial. It could be a written quote, a video clip, or even a simple endorsement shared on LinkedIn. Feature clients on your website. Show a list of companies or institutions you've worked with. If permitted, include logos or links to the dashboards you've created. Use referrals. Encourage satisfied clients to refer you to others. Word of mouth can be your strongest sales channel. Strategy: build relationships, not just transactions. In Rwanda, trust often comes from personal relationships. Face-to-face meetings, follow-ups, and ongoing communication can be more influential than a formal proposal. Here are a few habits to adopt. Follow through on promises, no matter how small. Show up consistently. Clients want to see that you're reliable. Be transparent about what you can and cannot do. Respond quickly to questions or concerns. The more a client sees you as a partner rather than a vendor, the more likely they are to work with you. Strategy: demonstrate professionalism and expertise. Credibility is also earned through how you present yourself and your company. Make sure your proposals, presentations, emails, and demo dashboards reflect professionalism. Avoid technical jargon unless you're speaking to a technical audience. Dress appropriately for client meetings. Deliver reports and proposals on time. Use branded templates, business emails, and a clear project process. These small details contribute to the perception of your company as credible and trustworthy. Conclusion: building trust and credibility is not a one-time action, it's an ongoing process. Especially in a developing market like Rwanda, where technology services are still gaining traction, your ability to reassure, prove value, and build relationships will determine your long-term success. When clients trust you, they will not only buy from you, they will also recommend you to others, expand their contracts, and become long-term partners. In the next chapter, we will look at a related challenge, ensuring that clients who buy your dashboards actually use them and get the full value from what you've delivered. Chapter 8, Sales Challenge Number 7, Post-Sale Resistance and Low Adoption. Selling a reporting or dashboard solution is only half the journey. The real challenge often comes after the sale when clients struggle to adopt and consistently use the solution you delivered. In Rwanda's emerging digital ecosystem, this is a common roadblock for data services companies. It is not uncommon to hear a client say, "We have a dashboard, but we are not using it much." This can be frustrating, especially when the technical solution works perfectly. But the issue usually isn't about the tool, it's about people, habits, and organizational culture. In this chapter, we'll explore why post-sale resistance happens and how you can increase dashboard adoption to ensure your solution delivers real value and long-term client satisfaction. Why clients struggle with adoption. There are several reasons why clients may not fully use the dashboards you build for them. 1. Lack of training. Users don't know how to navigate or interpret the dashboard. 2. Too much complexity. The dashboard is too advanced or cluttered for the intended audience. 3. No clear owner. No one in the organization is responsible for maintaining or championing the dashboard. 4. Cultural resistance. People are used to old habits like printed reports, Excel sheets, or verbal updates. 5. Low data quality. If the data feeding the dashboard is incomplete or inaccurate, users quickly lose trust. 6. Poor alignment with business needs. The dashboard doesn't answer the questions users care about. Understanding these root causes allows you to take a proactive approach in addressing them. Strategy. Go beyond delivery, focus on enablement. As a data services company, your job doesn't end when the dashboard is delivered. Your post-sale support and enablement strategy are what make the difference between a tool that sits idle and a solution that drives decision-making. 1. Offer onboarding and hands-on training. Don't assume your client understands how to use the tool effectively. Set up onboarding sessions, either in person or virtually, where you walk them through the key features of the dashboard. How to filter, drill down, or export data. How to interpret specific KPIs. How to share the dashboard with other team members. Offer follow-up sessions after a few weeks to answer new questions and reinforce usage. 2. Assign a dashboard champion. Encourage the client to appoint someone as the dashboard champion internally. This person will be responsible for checking that the dashboard is updated and accurate, encouraging others to use it, reporting issues or suggesting improvements. This small step can significantly increase internal accountability and adoption. 3. Simplify and customize the interface. Avoid overwhelming users with too many charts or pages. Tailor the dashboard layout based on user roles. Executives might want a simple, high-level summary. Operational teams might need more granular, day-to-day data. The simpler and more relevant the experience, the more likely people are to use the tool regularly. 4. Monitor usage and offer support. If your dashboard platform allows usage tracking, review how often clients are logging in, what sections they use, and where they might be dropping off. If activity is low, reach out proactively and ask, what's working well so far? Are there parts you're finding confusing? Is the dashboard helping you make decisions? Providing quick wins and personalized support builds trust and drives engagement. 5. Schedule review meetings. Organize monthly or quarterly review calls to assess how the dashboard is being used and discuss business performance trends, any data gaps or errors, suggestions for new features or views, success stories from the client's team. This keeps the dashboard relevant and shows the client that you're invested in their success. 6. Align dashboard use to business goals. Frame the dashboard as a tool for solving real problems. If a hospital director's key concern is patient wait time, show how the dashboard helps reduce it. If an NGO wants to track impact, demonstrate how real-time reporting strengthens their donor proposals. Dashboards must be seen not as extra work but as tools that make work easier and more strategic. Example, training HR teams on staff productivity reporting. A Rwandan manufacturing firm hired a local data company to create a dashboard that tracks employee attendance, output, and overtime. While the system was technically sound, the HR team rarely logged in. After investigating, the data team discovered that the dashboard used terminology the HR officers didn't understand, and the login process was overly complicated. The solution: the company simplified the dashboard design, renamed the labels using familiar terms, and added a shortcut to the dashboard on the HR team's desktop computers. They also held a training session with real HR use cases. Within 2 months, usage jumped from 10% to over 70%. HR officers started using the dashboard during weekly meetings and made several policy changes based on the insights it provided. Case study: boosting usage in an insurance company. A mid-sized insurance company in Kigali adopted a claims performance dashboard, but after 3 months, usage had dropped to below 15%. The data services firm followed up and discovered that managers felt the dashboard didn't reflect their day-to-day challenges. With input from the claims team, they redesigned the dashboard to include turnaround times, pending cases by agent, and claim approval trends. They also created short video tutorials explaining how each chart could be used in decision-making. Management began referencing the dashboard in performance reviews. Result: adoption rose to over 80%, and average claims processing time dropped by 25% within 6 months. Conclusion: low post-sale adoption can turn a great product into a missed opportunity both for you and your client. By staying engaged, providing thoughtful training, simplifying the user experience, and connecting the dashboard to real business needs, you can turn clients into long-term advocates. A well-adopted dashboard is not just a software tool, it becomes part of how an organization operates and makes decisions. And that is the ultimate value you bring as a data services provider. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to leverage Rwanda's local context to your advantage in the sales process, from language and culture to partnerships and policy alignment. Chapter 9: Leveraging Local Context for Sales Advantage. One of the most overlooked yet powerful strategies in selling data services in Rwanda is leveraging the local context. This means adapting your messaging, your product, and your delivery approach to fit the culture, language, infrastructure, and business dynamics of the Rwandan market. While global best practices in sales and data services are valuable, local relevance often determines whether a deal is closed or lost. This chapter explores how understanding and integrating local realities into your sales process can help you stand out from the competition and win more business. Understanding what local context means. Local context goes beyond just geography. It includes language preferences, cultural values, government policies, economic realities, and even trust dynamics. In Rwanda, this context includes a strong emphasis on transparency and performance, particularly in government and NGOs. Use of Kinyarwanda in many business environments, especially outside Kigali. A young but growing digital literacy rate. Tight-knit business networks and community-based trust. A preference for face-to-face engagement, even in technology-related sales. Salespeople who understand and work within this context are better equipped to build rapport, address concerns, and tailor their solutions to the client's true needs. Using language and culture to your advantage. While English and French are widely used in Rwanda's business environment, Kinyarwanda remains the dominant language for everyday communication. When presenting a dashboard or explaining a reporting concept, using Kinyarwanda terms or offering bilingual options can dramatically improve comprehension and trust. For example, if you're presenting a dashboard to a local health clinic, showing labels and indicators in both English and Kinyarwanda helps frontline staff feel more confident using the tool. It signals that the solution was built with them in mind, not just imported from abroad. Example: a data services firm offered a bilingual agriculture performance dashboard that helped COOP managers and farmers alike understand productivity trends. While the charts were in English, key terms like imbuto, seeds, and umusaruro, yield, were labeled in Kinyarwanda. This simple change led to wider adoption of the dashboard in rural areas. Aligning with government and policy priorities. The Rwandan government is an active driver of technology adoption. Sales teams should stay informed about national development strategies and tailor their pitch to align with those priorities. For example, the government's National Strategy for Transformation, NST1, emphasizes data-driven decision-making in education, healthcare, and agriculture. When pitching to public institutions or NGOs, referencing how your dashboards help meet NST1 objectives can strengthen your proposal. Case study: a Kigali-based data company tailored its pitch to the Ministry of Education by aligning its school performance dashboard with NST1's education indicators. This alignment helped the firm win a pilot project, which later expanded into a national contract. Building local partnerships and networks. Sales success in Rwanda often depends on who you know and how you engage with key networks. Partnering with trusted local institutions such as ICT hubs, innovation centers, or professional associations can give your company credibility and access to new leads. For instance, working closely with organizations like the Rwanda ICT Chamber, Rwanda Development Board, RDB, or Rwanda Information Society Authority, RISA, not only helps you stay updated on opportunities but also shows clients that your company is invested in the local tech ecosystem. Example, a data analytics firm increased its sales pipeline by attending local pitch events hosted at KLab, Kigali's innovation hub. After showcasing its health reporting dashboard, the firm connected with an NGO that was struggling with manual data aggregation, leading to a successful partnership. Supporting local capacity building. One of the best ways to win trust and future business is by contributing to local capacity building. Offering training, internships, or digital literacy workshops alongside your dashboards adds long-term value to your sales pitch. Many organizations are looking not just for tools, but for partners who can help them build internal capacity to use those tools. By offering onboarding programs or supporting junior staff with data skills, you become more than a vendor, you become a strategic ally. Case study: an international NGO partnered with a Rwandan data company to develop an M&E dashboard. The company included a 2-month training package for the NGO's staff. As a result, the client reported higher adoption rates, improved data accuracy, and requested additional dashboard modules 6 months later. Localizing your offerings. Sometimes, even small adjustments to your product offering can make a big difference in client perception. These might include offering mobile-friendly dashboards to clients with limited desktop access, designing for intermittent internet connectivity by enabling offline data entry, customizing reports to match Rwandan fiscal calendars and reporting templates, including local success stories or client testimonials in your sales materials. Localization shows empathy, attentiveness, and a willingness to walk in the client's shoes. Conclusion: selling data services in Rwanda is not just about showcasing technical excellence. It's about connecting with people, institutions, and realities on the ground. By embracing the local language, aligning with national goals, building community-based trust, and tailoring your offerings to Rwanda's unique environment, you gain a powerful edge in the sales process. In the next chapter, we will explore how to build a repeatable, structured sales process, one that combines all of these insights into a winning strategy for consistent growth. Chapter 10: Building a winning sales process. Selling data services, especially reporting and dashboard solutions, requires more than a great product. Success comes from having a repeatable, structured sales process tailored to your ideal client. In Rwanda's evolving data services market, where buyers range from small businesses to government agencies, a solid sales process is your competitive edge. This chapter will walk you through a proven sales framework, explain key tools to support each step, and show how one data company shortened its sales cycle from 90 days to 30 days using a structured approach. Why a sales process matters. A sales process provides structure, consistency, and clarity to your customer journey. Without it, your sales efforts are reactive, inconsistent, and often ineffective. With it, you can identify where prospects are getting stuck, train new sales staff more effectively, predict revenue and plan resources better, deliver a better experience for clients. The 6 stages of a sales process. Here's a practical 6-stage process specifically designed for data services companies in Rwanda. 1. Prospecting. This is where you identify potential clients. In Rwanda, networking is essential. Use your local knowledge and connections. Look for SMEs struggling with manual reports, NGOs preparing donor reports, ministries aiming to digitize performance tracking, companies required to meet compliance or reporting standards. Key tactic: attend sector events, partner with incubators, or tap into ICT forums and chambers of commerce. 2. Qualification. Not every lead is worth pursuing. Ask questions to determine whether the prospect has a real need for data services. Budget authority. A timeline to act. Access to relevant data. Example, a telecom startup may be curious about dashboards but lacks historical data or internal buy-in. That's not a qualified lead, yet. Tool, use a CRM, like HubSpot or Zoho, to track and score leads based on their responses. 3. Needs discovery. Once a lead is qualified, dig deeper into their challenges. Focus on business pain points, not just technical requirements. Good questions to ask. What metrics do you wish you could track more easily? How are reports currently generated? Who needs access to these insights? What happens when reporting is delayed or inaccurate? The goal is to align your service with their business problem. 4. Presentation and demo. Tailor your demos to the client's actual use case. Don't show generic dashboards. Use their own data, if available, or simulate a familiar scenario. Example, for an NGO, show how a grant impact dashboard can display beneficiaries reached, costs per region, and project outcomes. Best practice. Keep demos short and focused, under 20 minutes. Use simple language. Always tie features back to a specific benefit. 5. Proposal and closing. Now it's time to submit a proposal. Keep it clear, visual, and practical. Include scope of work, timeline, pricing, tiered options help, support and training details, success metrics. Tip, present the proposal in person or via a live call whenever possible. Answer objections right away. 6. Onboarding and delivery. Closing the deal is just the beginning. A strong onboarding process ensures high adoption, leading to referrals and renewals. Checklist. Kick-off meeting to define roles and goals. Set up client portal or workspace. Provide basic training on using the dashboards. Schedule follow-up checkings. Tool, consider using a simple onboarding checklist in Notion or Google Sheets shared with the client. Building your sales toolkit. A good process needs the right tools. Here are a few to consider. CRM, for tracking leads, deals, and communication. Examples, HubSpot, Fresh Sales. Proposal Builder, use Canva, Google Docs, or tools like Better Proposals to create polished proposals. Demo Platform, use tools like Power BI, Tableau, or Google Data Studio to present dashboards interactively. Follow-up templates, prepare email and WhatsApp templates for each stage. Referral Tracker, maintain a simple list of who referred who, and reward them. Case Study, reducing the sales cycle. A Kigali-based data services company was struggling with a 90-day sales cycle. They realized prospects were getting stuck after the initial meeting, mostly because there was no structured follow-up or demo. What they changed? Introduced a formal qualification checklist. Added a 15-minute live demo within 48 hours of the first meeting. Created proposal templates with visuals. Added automated CRM reminders for follow-up. Result, sales cycle reduced from 90 to 30 days, close rate increased by 40%, and they signed 3 new clients in 1 month. Final thoughts. Your product might be excellent, but if your sales process is broken, your business won't grow. A clear, well-defined process gives your team confidence, builds client trust, and helps you scale sustainably. It also reduces stress and guesswork. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to prepare your data services company for future trends, like AI-powered reporting and regional expansion, and how to align your sales strategy accordingly. Chapter 11, Preparing for the Future. The world of data services is evolving rapidly. Technologies that seemed futuristic just a few years ago, such as predictive analytics, AI-powered dashboards, and natural language reporting, are increasingly becoming the norm. As a data services company in Rwanda, your ability to adapt to these changes will determine your long-term relevance and growth. This chapter focuses on preparing your sales and service strategy for the future, how to anticipate emerging trends, how to respond to growing client expectations, and how to scale your operations across Rwanda and beyond. Embracing emerging trends. 1. Predictive and prescriptive dashboards. Clients are beginning to expect more than just static reports or historical summaries. Predictive dashboards use machine learning to forecast trends, such as future sales volumes or customer churn, while prescriptive dashboards suggest specific actions based on the data. For example, a healthcare NGO might want a dashboard that predicts stockouts of essential drugs based on current usage rates and delivery timelines. A bank may request loan risk scores derived from behavioral patterns in their client data. To stay competitive, your company must begin exploring partnerships or internal capabilities to offer these advanced services. Even if you don't build AI models yourself, knowing how to integrate predictive tools or collaborate with data scientists will help you serve high-end clients. 2. Natural language interfaces. In the near future, users will increasingly expect to talk to dashboards or type simple questions such as "Show me this month's top-performing region," instead of navigating filters. Tools like Power BI and Tableau are already integrating natural language query features. This trend makes dashboards more accessible to non-technical users. It's your job to begin preparing clients for this shift and advising them on tools that support it. 3. Mobile-first reporting. With high mobile penetration in Rwanda, especially in rural and semi-urban areas, clients want dashboards that are optimized for mobile viewing. Sales representatives and field workers don't want to open complex reports on desktop, they want a quick glance on their phones. Building mobile-first or mobile-friendly dashboards isn't just a tech consideration, it's a sales asset. Offering this feature can be a powerful differentiator. Expanding to new sectors and markets. 1. Growing sectors in Rwanda. Some sectors that currently seem underdeveloped from a data perspective will become increasingly important. E-commerce, with platforms like Murukali and Rwanda Mart, data services for customer behavior, inventory, and delivery performance will be in demand. Education technology, edtech schools and universities are adopting learning platforms and may need dashboards to monitor student performance or curriculum delivery. Climate and environmental monitoring. As climate resilience becomes a national priority, NGOs and government agencies will seek solutions to track environmental indicators. As a sales professional, you should be scanning the market for these emerging sectors and crafting offers tailored to their future needs. 2. Entering regional markets. After achieving product-market fit in Rwanda, consider expanding to other East African countries such as Uganda, Kenya, or Tanzania. These markets have similar digital transformation trends but may also have unique regulatory or cultural contexts. For example, a dashboard solution tailored for Rwandan cooperatives may also work for farming groups in Uganda with minor adjustments. Build case studies in Rwanda that can be used to gain traction abroad. Scaling your sales operations. As your business grows, it becomes essential to move from founder-led sales or small team outreach to a scalable and repeatable process. This includes building a sales playbook. Document your most effective outreach messages, proposal templates, objection handling strategies, and client onboarding flows. Training a sales team. Hire and train a dedicated team that understands both data tools and client relationship building. Implementing CRM tools. Use platforms like HubSpot, Pipedrive, or Zoho to manage leads, track opportunities, and monitor team performance. Developing partnerships. Collaborate with software vendors, universities, development partners, or other tech companies for referrals and bundled offers. Investing in continuous learning. The field of data analytics is constantly changing. To remain valuable, both your technical and sales teams need to engage in ongoing learning. Encourage or subsidize training in the following areas. Data visualization tools, e.g., Power BI, Tableau, Metabase, SQL and data modeling. AI and machine learning fundamentals. Cloud services, e.g., Google Cloud, AWS, Azure. Sales strategy, negotiation, and customer success management. Internally, foster a culture of innovation and experimentation. Let team members test new ideas, present internal demos, or propose new client use cases. Client education as a long-term strategy. Your clients will also need help navigating the future. consider creating a resource library, newsletter, or even short workshops to help them understand what's coming next in the world of data. For example, a quarterly webinar on emerging trends in business dashboards, a guide for how to get started with predictive analytics, a client newsletter showcasing new features, success stories, and global best practices. Position your company not just as a service provider, but as a knowledge partner and innovation guide. Conclusion: preparing for the future is not about chasing every new trend. It's about being strategically aware of how data services are evolving, globally and locally, and making smart moves to stay ahead. The data services landscape in Rwanda is still growing, and the challenges discussed throughout this book will continue to shift. However, if you understand the needs of your market, invest in innovation, build strong sales systems, and maintain a relentless focus on client outcomes, you will not only overcome challenges, you will help shape the future of data-driven decision-making in East Africa. Chapter 12: Effective Sales Scripts and How to Handle Common Sales Objections with Examples. Selling data services like reporting tools and dashboard solutions requires more than technical know-how. It demands strong communication skills, especially when it comes to navigating client objections. This chapter provides proven sales scripts and objection handling techniques specifically tailored for data services companies operating in Rwanda. We will look at common sales scenarios, actual objections encountered in the field, and how to respond effectively and confidently with local context in mind. Why sales scripts matter. Sales scripts are not meant to be robotic. Instead, they serve as structured guides to help salespeople stay clear, consistent, and persuasive during conversations. A well-prepared script helps you present your value clearly, address concerns before they escalate, build trust with hesitant clients, save time in training and scaling your sales team. The key is to customize the script to your target audience and the problem your dashboard or reporting solution is solving. A simple framework for sales conversations. Use this proven flow. 1. Greet and establish rapport. 2. Ask qualifying questions. 3. Present your value proposition. 4. Address concerns or objections. 5. Close with a next step. Now let's walk through real-world examples and objections you're likely to face in Rwanda. Common objection 1. We already use Excel. It works fine. What they mean? They are satisfied with a manual process and don't immediately see the benefit of switching. Scripted response. That makes sense. Excel is a great tool, and many of our clients started there. What we've seen, especially with growing organizations, is that Excel becomes hard to manage when data volume increases or when multiple people need to access and update reports. With our dashboards, everything updates automatically, and you always have real-time insights, no version confusion or manual updates. Would you be open to seeing how one of your current reports could look in a live dashboard format? Real-world example. A mid-sized hospital in High used Excel to track patient flow. After seeing how a dashboard auto-calculated daily metrics and sent alerts, they dropped manual reporting altogether. Common objection 2. It sounds expensive. What they mean? They are worried about the cost and unsure about return on investment. Scripted response. I completely understand. Budget is always a concern. The good news is we offer flexible packages starting as low as 150,000 RWF per month, depending on your needs. More importantly, what we've found is that dashboards often pay for themselves by helping teams avoid mistakes, reduce delays, or make faster decisions. May I ask, how much time does your team currently spend on monthly reporting or project tracking? Tip. Redirect the conversation to value and measurable outcomes instead of cost. Case example. A local microfinance company recouped their annual dashboard investment in 3 months by reducing loan approval delays by 60%. Common objection 3. We need to discuss internally. What they mean? They're not fully convinced or don't want to make a decision on the spot. Scripted response. Absolutely, and I'd expect you to. Just so I can better support your internal discussion, is there anyone else I should speak to or include in a short demo? That way, they get to see the value firsthand and can ask their own questions. I can also share a short one-page summary with key benefits and ROI figures if that would help. Strategy. Don't push for an immediate yes. Instead, make the next step easy and helpful. Common objection 4, our team isn't very tech-savvy. What they mean? They're worried the solution will be too complex or that it won't be adopted. Scripted response. Thank you for sharing that it's a common concern. That's actually why we designed our dashboards to be as simple as using a smartphone. We also offer free onboarding, and your team can reach us anytime via WhatsApp or email for support. One of our NGO clients said they were surprised how fast their team started using it. Could I show you a quick example so you can see how simple it is? Local example. An NGO in Muzans had no technical team, but adopted dashboards within 2 weeks thanks to guided onboarding and phone-based support. Common objection 5, we don't have clean or structured data. What they mean? They lack confidence in their data and worry the dashboard won't be useful. Scripted response. You're definitely not alone. In fact, we start every project by helping organize and clean your existing data. We've worked with organizations that were using only paper forms or inconsistent Excel files. Once the structure is in place, your dashboard becomes a tool that actually helps maintain data quality moving forward. Could I walk you through how we do that? Tip. Position your service as solving that exact problem. Phone and in-person intro script. Here's a sample cold outreach pitch tailored for a local context. Hello, this is your name from company name. We help organizations like yours turn raw data into clear visual dashboards that save time and improve decision-making. I'm reaching out because we've worked with businesses in sector who were spending hours on manual reporting and now have real-time insights with just a click. Would you be open to a 20-minute meeting or a short call this week to see what's possible for your team? Objection handling tips. 1. Don't argue, empathize. Says that's a good point or I hear you before responding. 2. Ask clarifying questions. Understand the root cause behind the objection. 3. Use examples and proof. Local case studies build credibility. 4. Give the next step, not pressure. Sometimes the best close is scheduling a follow-up or sending a sample dashboard. Conclusion. Objections are a natural part of any sales process. The difference between lost sales and closed deals often comes down to preparation and mindset. With the right sales scripts, a respectful approach, and examples that speak to the Rwandan market, you can turn objections into opportunities. Chapter 13. Effective sales pitches. A strong sales pitch is often the difference between a polite "we'll think about it" and a signed contract. For a data services company in Rwanda specializing in reporting and dashboard creation, your pitch must do more than explain features. It must inspire trust, demonstrate value, and connect directly to the client's needs. In this chapter, we'll walk through how to structure an effective sales pitch, what to include, and how to tailor your message depending on the industry and audience. We'll also provide real-world examples and case studies from the Rwandan market. Understanding the purpose of a sales pitch. An effective sales pitch does 3 things. 1. Captures attention. You must quickly communicate why the client should care. 2. Connects your solution to their problem. Your offer must be relevant and clearly beneficial. 3. Drives the next step. Whether it's a meeting, demo, or trial, your pitch must create momentum. In Rwanda, where many decision-makers may not be data specialists, you must also educate without overwhelming. Keep things practical and outcome-focused. The structure of an effective pitch. Here is a proven 5-step structure for an effective sales pitch. 1. Open with a problem they recognize. Start with a challenge that the client is likely facing. This shows you understand their world. Example. Many SMEs in Kigali spend hours every week pulling data from different departments just to figure out how the business is doing, and often the reports are outdated before they're even shared. 2. Introduce your solution simply. Present your service clearly and without jargon. Example. We build customized dashboards that bring together your key data in one place so you can see real-time updates on sales, expenses, inventory, and team performance at a glance. 3. Highlight the value, not just the features. Focus on what your solution helps them achieve, not just what it does. Bad, we use Power BI with embedded SQL integrations and secure cloud hosting. Better, you'll save at least 10 hours per month in reporting time, reduce errors, and make faster decisions with real-time, accurate insights. 4. Prove it works, with a quick story or case study. Social proof is critical. A short success story from another client builds credibility. Example: we helped a local microfinance institution automate their loan performance dashboard. Within 3 months, they identified 2 key trends that helped reduce default rates by 15%. 5. End with a clear call to action. Tell them exactly what the next step is and make it easy. Example: I'd love to schedule a short demo with your team next week, just 30 minutes to walk you through how we can customize this for you. Adapting your pitch to different audiences. One size doesn't fit all. You must adjust your pitch depending on who you're speaking to. For government officials, focus on transparency, compliance, and impact tracking. Use language that ties to public accountability and performance goals. Example: this dashboard can show progress against your service delivery KPIs and help you prepare clean, accurate reports for Parliament or your development partners. For SMEs, focus on efficiency, cost savings, and ease of use. Speak directly to the owner's pain points. Example: instead of waiting for your accountant's monthly report, you'll be able to see your sales and expenses every day, even from your phone. For NGOs, focus on reporting to donors, tracking outcomes, and data storytelling. Example: you'll be able to present interactive dashboards to your donors that show exactly how funds were used and the number of people impacted. For corporates, focus on scalability, integration, and data security. Example: we can integrate your existing ERP system into a live dashboard that your leadership team can access securely across branches. Pitch mistakes to avoid. Avoid these common pitfalls. Talking too much about technology, not enough about business value. Giving a one-size-fits-all pitch. Failing to ask questions or listen. Overpromising on capabilities. Leaving the meeting without a clear next step. Case study: pitching to a Kigali-based logistics company. A local data services company was pitching a dashboard to a mid-sized logistics firm in Kigali. The company had trucks across the country but poor visibility into fleet usage, delivery delays, and fuel consumption. Instead of starting with a technical explanation, the sales rep began with this: how much time do you spend trying to figure out where your trucks are and whether they're on time? Our dashboard shows all your deliveries in real time, by location, driver, and status, helping you cut delays, reduce fuel costs, and serve your customers faster. They then shared a 1-minute demo showing a sample logistics dashboard and a success story from another client in the region. The result? A follow-up meeting was scheduled the next day, and the client eventually signed a 6-month contract. Practice and feedback. Great pitches don't happen by accident, they're practiced and refined. Here are tips. Rehearse your pitch aloud. Record and listen to yourself. Get feedback from colleagues or mentors. Continuously update your pitch with new client stories and data. Conclusion. A well-crafted sales pitch is one of the most powerful tools in your business. By focusing on real problems, explaining your solution clearly, and showing evidence of success, you'll build trust and spark interest. Remember to tailor your pitch to the industry and audience, keep it simple, and always end with a clear next step. Conclusion. Selling data services in Rwanda, especially solutions focused on reporting and dashboard creation, is both a promising and challenging journey. As we have explored throughout this book, the market is growing, the need is real, but the path to closing a sale is rarely straightforward. Success in this field demands more than technical expertise. It requires empathy, cultural awareness, storytelling, patience, and a structured approach to problem solving. Sales professionals and entrepreneurs must position themselves not just as vendors of dashboards, but as trusted partners who help organizations make sense of their data, improve their operations, and achieve their goals. Let's review the key lessons from this book. 1. Know the market you're in. Rwanda is on a national journey toward digital transformation. Understanding the country's policies, industries, and development priorities helps you position your data services more effectively. Whether you're serving a government agency, a local cooperative, or a financial institution, knowing their specific challenges and goals gives you an edge. 2. Focus on educating clients. Many organizations still lack awareness of what dashboards and reporting can do for them. Your role is to close that knowledge gap. Use storytelling, simple language, and practical demonstrations to communicate value in a relatable way. 3. Be flexible with pricing and delivery. Budgets may be limited, especially for startups, NGOs, and small businesses. Offer scalable packages, pilot programs, and phased deployments. Meeting clients where they are financially increases trust and opens doors for future expansion. 4. Navigate long sales cycles with strategy. Sales cycles, especially in government and development sectors, can be slow and complex. Build relationships early, understand the procurement process, and engage decision-makers across different levels. Patience and persistence matter. 5. Simplify the complex. Your clients are not data scientists, and they don't need to be. Avoid jargon. Instead, use analogies, visuals, and user-friendly prototypes to make your solutions easy to understand and easier to adopt. 6. Stand out with local value. International competitors may offer similar products, but you offer something more valuable: local context, local language, and local support. Customize solutions for the Rwandan environment. That cultural relevance can be a key differentiator. 7. Don't stop after the sale. Delivery is just the beginning. Adoption and long-term usage depend on training, support, and ongoing relationships. Stay engaged with your clients. Track usage and be proactive in solving issues before they become obstacles. 8. Learn from every case. Use real-world examples and case studies not just in this book but in your actual sales practice. Every project you complete is a story you can tell to build trust with the next prospect. A final word. The future of data services in Rwanda is bright. As more organizations recognize the power of data to improve operations and transparency, the need for reliable, user-friendly reporting and dashboards will only grow. Your role in meeting the demand is not just about technology, it's about leadership. By focusing on relationships, value, and impact, you can turn every sales challenge into an opportunity to educate, influence, and serve. As you move forward in your journey, remember, the best salespeople don't just close deals, they open doors. Appendices. Appendix A, Sample Sales Scripts. 1. Initial outreach, email or phone. Subject, helping you track results with real-time dashboards. Hello, client name. My name is your name, and I help organizations like yours track performance and report results using interactive dashboards. I noticed your organization is involved in sector initiative, and I believe our tools could help you save time on reporting and make faster, data-driven decisions. Would you be open to a short call this week to explore how we can help? Best regards. Your name. 2. Discovery call questions. What are your biggest reporting challenges today? How are you currently tracking your performance metrics? Who needs access to your reports, and how often? What decisions do you need better data support for? What would an ideal dashboard look like for your team? Underscore 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 underscore. 3. Closing conversation after demo. Based on what we've seen today, our dashboard solution would save your team hours per week, help you identify problems faster, and provide more transparency to your stakeholders. We can start with a pilot version that includes your top KPIs and grow from there. Can we go ahead and set a start date for implementation? Appendix B, KPI checklist for client dashboards. Below is a checklist of common key performance indicators, KPIs, to help clients identify what they might want on their dashboards. Finance. Revenue by product or service. Expenses versus budget. Net profit margin. Cash flow trends. Accounts receivable aging. Operations. Project completion rate. Task turnaround time. Inventory levels. Production downtime. Sales and marketing. Monthly sales per product. Customer acquisition cost. Conversion rate. Campaign performance. Customer service. Response time. Resolution rate. Customer satisfaction score. Support ticket volume. Human resources. Employee turnover rate. Training completion. Absenteeism rate. Performance review status. Appendix C, proposal and demo templates. 1. Dashboard proposal template. Client name. Project title, dashboard development for client organization. Prepared by your company name. Date. Objectives. Automate performance reporting. Provide real-time visibility into key metrics. Improve data-driven decision-making. Scope of work. KPI discovery and consultation. Dashboard design and prototyping. Data integration, Excel, Google Sheets, SQL, etc. Staff training and support. Timeline. Discovery, 1 week. Development, 2 to 3 weeks. Testing and launch, 1 week. Cost. RWF or USD, depending on client preference. Terms. 50% upfront. 50% upon delivery. Contact person. Your name and contact info. 2. Demo presentation template, slide headings. Slide 1, introduction and objectives. Slide 2, common reporting challenges. Slide 3, our solution overview. Slide 4, live dashboard demo or screenshots. Slide 5, benefits for your organization. Slide 6, implementation plan. Slide 7, pricing and next steps. Appendix D, glossary of simplified technical terms. Term simple explanation. Dashboard, a visual display of your data using charts, graphs, and tables. KPI, key performance indicator, a measurable value that shows how well you're doing in a specific area. Data source, where your data comes from, for example, Excel, databases, or survey tools. Real-time data information that updates instantly as new data comes in. Integration, connecting your data from different tools into one dashboard. Filter, a feature that lets you focus on specific data, e.g., date range, location. Drill down, clicking on a chart to see more details underneath it. Cloud-based, a system that works online and doesn't require installation. User access control setting, who can see or edit what parts of the dashboard. Appendix E, useful resources. Rwanda ICT Chamber, https://ictchamber.aw. Smart Rwanda Master Plan, MINICT, https://minict.gov.aw. KLab Innovation Hub, https://klab.aw. Data Wrapper, free charting tool, https://www.datawrapper.de. Power BI tutorials, https://learn.microsoft.com/enus/Power BI. Tableau for nonprofits, https://www.tableau.com/community/nonprofits.